I've owned my Honda S2000 for just under 3 years and the battery has finally died. In this video I'll show you how to replace it with a new one. This is the new battery I bought to replace the old one. You need a standard 057 size, and this one is a 45 amp hour 400 amp UASA battery. The tools you will need are a 10mm socket on a ratchet and possibly something like an adjustable wrench to remove the plastic battery terminal covers. For reference, this battery was brand new and sitting at 12.56 volts.
So the first thing you do before you change your battery is to make sure you have the right size battery, right type battery. So this time I've gone for the same UASA and it's the 057 that I need. That's a universal size, and that you've got the terminals, the positive and the negative, the right way round, because they can be switched over depending on what car you have. I've already made sure that I have the right size and the right terminals round the right way, so we're good to remove the old battery. So with your 10mm, firstly undo the negative. Until it's enough to wiggle it free. You don't need to undo it all the way. And then you can do the positive. Then we can lift the old battery out once you've removed the bracket that holds it all in place. In my case, the bracket bolts are also 10mm.
Once you've loosened the bracket, you will need to look at the bottom of the battery where the ties slot into holes underneath, which secure the battery and stop it from moving around. Here is a closer look at how they are tied in place with the L-shaped metal bracket ties. Now you can lift the old battery out from the engine bay. Then put the new battery in. It does sit in a lipped tray, so make sure you put it inside this correctly so that it does stay securely in place. Now you can put the bracket ties back in to hold the new battery in place, and it's worth double checking that you have placed the battery in the right way for the positive and negative terminal connections. Once again, use the 10mm socket on a ratchet to tighten the bracket up, making sure the bracket is straight and centered across the top of the battery while you do this. It's good practice to attach the positive cable first. Make sure it's tight enough on the terminal so that it won't come loose. Then you can reattach the negative cable. Be careful because this part is where it could spark when it makes contact. Now it's time to test it and start your car.
The new battery should be good for another at least 5 years, I would expect, minimum. And just remember that you may need to put in your radio code if you need one for the OEM head unit, or it might be a case of just redoing your settings again for how you like to have your head unit and tunes playing. Apart from that, just remember to like the video, subscribe and comment if you have any questions.